Hey guys, come on, his name, and Majora's Mask 3D is the game. In the last episode, we went to the secret shrine. We got a piece of heart from there. We also got a lot of pieces of heart around Clock Town from all the masks we got in the Anju Cafe side quest. And in this episode, as you might guess by the title of this video, we are going to begin the ending of the game. So, I initially didn't think that this would be counted as part of the finale, but I thought about it and realized that the things that we're doing today are definitely finale material, so there will be two parts of the finale of Majora's Mask 3D. So first thing we need to do is we're going to want to warp over to Zora Hall. The reason being, that is a great place to grind up on fairies, and you're about to see what I mean. Oh, not Great Bay Coast, so no, I did a oop. Okay, here we are at Zora Cape. So, you might remember this pot right here has a fairy inside of it. Well, let's get out a bottle. One of my 7 bottles. Oh my goodness, there are way too many bottles. Slash a pot, scoop it up, and there is a door right over here. If we enter in this door, and then come back out, that pot will replenish with its fairy, and you can fill up on as many fairies as you need. And since I have 7 bottles, I can technically fill up on 7 fairies. Although you are going to want to keep 1 bottle open for one other thing that we're going to get before we head off to the final fight. You're also going to want to make sure you have plenty of arrows as well. That's a really important thing. Bombs and other things aren't really all that important, but arrows and fairies are very important. If you don't have the defense upgrade and you don't have a lot of pieces of heart, or heart containers I should say, you are definitely going to want to make sure you have fairies for this final fight, because I'm not going to put it easy. It's hard. It's a really, really hard final fight. I mean, I didn't have any trouble with it when I was practicing because I had the defense upgrade, I have a really good sword, and I also 100%ed the game and completing all the masks, and there's something you obtain at the very end. If you can collect all the masks, that makes the fight a lot easier as well. But if you don't have those things, it's a really difficult fight. So you're definitely going to make sure you have as many fairies as you can possibly carry, but make sure you have at least 1 bottle empty for one last thing that we're going to get soon. And trust me, you're going to want to get that thing. But stock up on fairies, not fairies, fairies and on arrows, and just keep on going in and out so the pots will respawn and you can get as much as you need. But I recommend you do that, and then I will see you on the evening of the final day. Alrighty, I have 6 fairies, which is going to be more than enough. Holy cow, that's so many. And I'm stocked up on arrows. So we are going to fly on over to the milk bar on the final night. Oh, and while you're at the bank, withdraw 200 rupees. Night of the final day. 8 hours remain. Alright, so I decided to go to 10 o'clock because the clock tower will open at midnight as it always does on the eve of the Carnival of Time. So that gives us a couple of hours to go here into the milk bar and grab what we're going to grab. So I mentioned Chateau Romani before, but we have... No, this is not the... Camaro's Mask is not going to grant us access into the milk bar, sadly. Yeah, I'm a member. So I mentioned Chateau Romani in the past, but we've not used it until now. You're getting ready to see the glory of Chateau Romani, and trust me when I say you're going to want to get this. Just trust me, whether you have the magic upgrade or not, this will help you immensely in the area we're going to today. So just trust me when I say this, you want to get Chateau Romani. I know it's 200 rupees, but it's the end of the game. You're going to have no reason for all the rupees you have in the bank right now. So just go ahead and withdraw 200. The best you got. Hit me! Your bottle is filled with Chateau Romani. It gives you unlimited magic until you reset for a new 3-day cycle. Well, our days of playing the Song of Time are done, my friend, because we're getting ready to go kick Skull Kid's butt. So go ahead and drink that Chateau Romani. Your magic bar will turn blue, and trust me, you will not regret that. Just trust me, get that. It will help you so much, make your life so much easier. So, that being said, for the very last time, this is the last time we'll see East Clock Town, so goodbye East Clock Town. Thanks for all the mini games and trouble. I'm just kidding. I like East Clock Town. I like all of Clock Town. But for the final time, hello, sign. The door to the clock tower stairway opens at midnight on the eve of the carnival. A fireworks show will mark the occasion. Clock Town Carnival Executive Committee. Well, as we did way back at the beginning of the Let's Play. Let's wait for the clock tower door to open. You know, the sky in Majora's Mask is just so pretty. At least in the 3D remake. But man, it's the red wispy clouds and the dark sky and all the stars. And it's so quiet right now. This is the eve of the carnival. The town should be bustling with families, with children excited for the carnival. This should be a celebratory time. But instead, the place is a ghost town. And now the clouds are starting to turn into a purplish kind of color. But when the clock approaches midnight, last time we faced Skull Kid, we were a helpless Deku. But my, how things have changed. Without further ado, let's go in this. Sis! Tail! Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. Hurry, the four who are there, bring them here. Don't speak out of line, stupid fairy. That's it. I won't let things go the way you expect them to. Well, whatever. Even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Hehe. Just look above you. If it's something that can be stopped, then just try to stop it. Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. The four who are there, we will bring them here. You played the Oath to Order. It stopped. We did it! It stopped! Sis! Tail! Good, we made it in time. The Giant's call worked on the Skull Kid. Hey, Skull Kid, do you realize what you've been doing to everyone? Wait, sis, don't be so hard on the Skull Kid. Tail, why are you protecting him? Aren't you mad at him for hitting you so much? He was lonely, the Skull Kid. He was trying to destroy everyone around him. That is not the same as a lonely child. We can't allow that. The power of the mask made him do it. It was too much for the Skull Kid to handle. It's because he doesn't know his place. On top of having a weak will and no strength of heart, he's a fool. Certainly, he had far too many weaknesses to use my power. Yeah, that's right. Admit your stupidity. Huh? A puppet that can no longer be used is mere garbage. This puppet's role has just ended. It can't be! Then that moon!
I shall consume everything.
Wow, this isn't good! Let's go back, hurry! The Song of Time! The Song of Time! Oh no, you've gotta be kidding! Don't tell me you're going up there! I won't do it. I'm staying here with Tail. You go by yourself. I'll go. What? What are you saying, Tail? Is something wrong with you? I don't want to always be running away. If only I'd been stronger, then the Skull Kid wouldn't have... I understand. I'll go. After all this time, Tail, you've gotten really stubborn. Just like someone else I know. You know, you guys are really stupid. You know, I've got to say, this is not what I expected the inside of the moon to look like. There's absolutely nothing in sight except green fields and that tree. Seems like the only object of importance to head to. Got some butterflies around here. It's really bright and beautiful and pretty and carefree. And we'll see some children running around the trees here, and they're wearing masks of the bosses that we've faced throughout this game. And right up here, we have a child wearing Majora's mask. Additionally, there's a save point right here if you want to use that. That'll help you if you're playing the 3DS version of this game. So, there's a child running around wearing Odalwa's mask, Yorg's mask, and all the other bosses. I guess it would make sense to talk to the one wearing Odalwa's mask first. Ah, nice weather, isn't it? Mask. You have a lot. You too. Will you be a mask salesman? Then I'll play with you. So, the mask. Give me some. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I have spent my entire journey collecting these, but Yeah, sure, I guess I can spare you some. The game won't allow us to give them any of the transformation mask. But we can give any of the other ones. I don't really use the all-night mask at all. I mean, I used it for one side quest. I guess you can have that one. Thanks. You're a nice person, aren't you? Hide and seek. Let's play. Alright, I'll hide. This place wasn't weird enough already. We've been transformed, or not transformed, but transported to another weird area. If you step into that blue light, you'll be transported back to the tree that we were just at. Our objective seems pretty obvious. We need to use these deku flowers to make our way through this obstacle course. So let's hop into the first one. Doesn't really seem there's any objective in sight besides just getting across right now, so I suppose that's what we'll do. And the theme from Woodfall Temple is currently playing. Seems like this place is modeled after Woodfall Temple. Makes sense, being that we talked to a child wearing Odawa's mask. Over here, things will get just a little bit more difficult because you will see that there's these spikes that are flying around. Make sure you don't land into those. Land on a platform as it's coming, and then dive into the deku flower as the spikes will come back around. There's right over here. You hop on up and fly over. Let me see if I got a good angle for that. All right, it seems like I will make it. Great. Come over here to find yourself a piece of heart. Piece of heart number 49. So you're about to be confused, wondering why don't we have all the heart containers when we're entering the finale of this game. Well, we're gonna find them here on the moon, actually. This deku flower right here will throw us up very high in the air. Not quite high enough to get across, so we're gonna have to wait for this to come back around. Very surprised that I landed that. Oh, oh man, spoke too soon. All right, let's make our way back over there. All right, let's get in the orange deku flower because that one will throw us up a little bit higher than the other one might. So we'll wait for it to get close enough, but not too close, and let's jump up on in the air. Fly above these branches to this door right over here. There you go. We found you. That mask. Take it off. Okay. Will do. You found me. Hey, I want more mask. Okay. Well, I can't really use this outside of that one boss battle, so I guess you can have it. Heh, thanks. You're nice. And you thought that we had all the quests of the Bomber's Notebook completed, not quite. Child with an Odawa mask. You played hide and seek with and gave 2 of your masks to the child with the Odawa mask on the moon. Can I ask you a question? Your friends, what kind of people are they? I wonder, do those people think of you as a friend? I think my friends are pretty good people, and I would like to think that they think I'm their friend too. Well, after that thought-provoking question, I guess all there is to do is approach the tree once more. And naturally, I suppose we should talk to the child wearing... goat's mask. I almost had a moment. Goat's mask first. So, hello. Ah, nice weather, isn't it? Mask, you have a lot. You too, will you be a mask salesman? Then I'll play with you. So the mask, give me some. I can give you this mask. It makes me kind of sad, so I don't really care to keep it. More. Okay. Well, I guess this is disposable. Thanks. You're a nice person, aren't you? Hide and seek, let's play. Alright, I'll hide. Alright, and it seems like here we need to be using our Gora mask. So let's go ahead and slap that on. And out of all the little courses we're going to face here on the moon, this one might be the most difficult. It's just really, really tedious, and you're going to see here why I said you're going to want to get the Chateau Romani and drink it, because as we are rolling around in our spiked form, that will use magic. And if you have the Chateau Romani and unlimited magic, you will have to worry less about breaking the pots to replenish your magic. So I highly recommend you get the Chateau Romani, not just for this course, but for another one we have coming up as well. It'll just make your life easier. And if you want to give up, you can step into the blue light and save at any point. But this obstacle course is really difficult, so I'm going to try to give you guys some good tips to help make it a little bit easier for you. Go to as far back to the wall as you can, roll on up, charge up, and just go straight. And then once you get lined up with the chest, let go of the analog stick, do not touch it, and let yourself roll forward. You're going to see these eyes that we're jumping over. I'm not sure if they're present in the 3DS version. I want to say they're not. Oh, sorry, not the 3DS version, the Nintendo 64 version. I want to say that they're not, but what they do is if you roll into them, they will transport you back here to the beginning of the course, and you have to start all over. So you definitely don't want to hit them. You're not going to get anything good out of hitting them. But you're going to want to, once you are lined up, don't touch the analog stick anymore. Right there on that little pattern, that little stretch right there that I was just on, you might want to realign yourself a little bit, because you will get off track just a little bit on that segment for whatever reason. But you're going to want to get yourself lined up straight and square with the chest, and you see why this is very, very annoying. You have to be basically perfect to get through this. Now, if you're not going for 100%, you don't have to do all that I'm doing right here. This place will be a little bit easier for you. Oh no. If you're just trying to get through this game and just get to the final boss, then you don't need to quite do all that I'm doing, and you can skip ahead to what I'm going to show you here in a few moments. But for now, I am going for 100%. Now this stretch right here, this is what I was talking about. You want to make sure you are centered and straight right here. Then once you get beyond that point, this is where things get a little bit more difficult. It will require a lot of focus on your end. That part right there gets me every time. It is so incredibly difficult. So I will see you guys once I get back to that point that I just fell at. Okay. I'm back. Wow, that did not take me nearly as many attempts as I thought it would, but that did take me a little while. So if that takes you a long time, do not worry, it is really difficult, and if you find yourself getting frustrated, take a break. This is the most difficult portion of this final area, so if you're having a hard time, don't give yourself a hard time. Just take a break and take your time with it. I said time a lot of times, that's sentences. Excuse me. Anywho, after getting to the end of that course, come over here. For piece of heart number 50. Wow. It's quite a lot. Well, after you get that, that is the hardest prize to attain here. You're going to want to come back over this way. Let's get ourselves a little bit more of a running start than what I was giving us. Just so we can get in this spiky form before we hit that ramp. Oh wow, still didn't quite do it. Okay, well that's fine. It's gonna teleport me to the beginning, which is where I wanted to go anyways. So basically, you only have to complete half of this if you aren't going for that piece of heart. So I'm going to show you what you do have to complete, regardless. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is just so difficult. It's so finicky. I do have to say, it's more difficult playing this with a Nintendo 64 controller, I think. So, if you're especially if you're playing the Nintendo 64 version of the game and you're having a hard time, you know, just take as much time with this as you need. It will take you a few attempts. Okay, so then just straighten up here. Just with, and straighten up by just doing tiny little jabs at the analog stick. Don't do any wild jerks, just do tiny little taps of the analog stick just to straighten things up, by tiny, tiny little bit. So, then climb this little bridge right here and face this way. Walk back a little bit, but not too far so that you don't step in that eye. Charge up. Use this ramp to get across to this door right here. That's all you have to do if you aren't going for 100%. And through this door, we found you. Okay. I did. More mask, okay. Well, definitely not giving up my beloved bunny hood. You can have Dongaro's mask. Okay. Mask of Sense. You played hide and seek and gave 4 of your mask. Wow, to the child with the goat mask on the moon. Can I ask you a question? What makes you happy? Well, Let's Playing makes me happy. I like studying Japanese. I really like helping people when I can. I like spending time with my friends. When I feel like I've done the right thing, I think that's what makes me truly happy. I wonder, what makes you happy? Does it make others happy too? Perhaps? For some people? Well, let's approach the tree again, and I guess next we need to talk to the child wearing George's mask. Hello. Sure thing. Well, I don't really have any more temples to go to, so I guess you can have the Great Fairy's mask. You can have Keaton mask. I've already met a Keaton, and I've taken the quiz, so I guess you can have this one too. Even more. Okay. Well, I suppose you could have Chimera's mask. Alright, and we will be transported to an area, a water area, so naturally we need to use our Zora mask. Now, if you're playing along the 64 version, this area is going to be very different. Here, we're going to have platforms to jump up onto and gates that we need to meet before they close. In the 64 version, it's very different. And there's also a different pathway you need to take in the 64 version. If you're playing the 64 version, I will go ahead and put up the paths you need to take on the screen right now. There are a few different options you can take, but I'll just put up one of the 3 that you can to get to both the child and the piece of heart. But if you're playing along with a 3DS version of the game, then, you know, just strap on in, throw on your Zora mask, dive on into the water, and hit the switch right over here. This is another reason why you want to have the Chateau Romani. There are little jars you can hit for magic along the way, but it's just easier if you have the Chateau Romani. So you're going to see, every time you approach a new choice to make, whether you take one path or another, you are going to see that by one of the paths there are a group of fish. This is if you're playing the 3DS version. That is the path you want to follow. So if you're going to a crossroad and you see multiple paths, choose the one that has fish swimming in front of it. It will not lead you wrong. And we do have a time limit. We need to get here before the gate closes. We also need to be able to do a dolphin jump up onto the platform in order to reach it in time. There is a little up jet of water which will help you propel upward, but it does not put you upward itself. So you do need to time it so that you land on this platform and get here before the gate closes. So that's one path. Again, there are magic jars to replenish your magic along the way. But if you get the Chateau Romani with the rupees you're never going to use again, you don't have to worry about it. So I just recommend you do that. Now, going through this path right here, there are going to be 3 different options up ahead. We're going to want to choose the one to the right. And also try not to waste time either, because we do have a time limit again. So make sure you're pressing R to use the magic and to jet on forward to just get through this as quickly as you possibly can. And I personally, when I was practicing, had a really hard time timing the dolphin jumps to get on the platform without bonking into it or swimming below. If you swim below the platform you're trying to land on, there is an opening there that will take you back to the very beginning of this course, which I will say can be very frustrating. So on this third time around, we will have a different set of choices. We will have 3 paths to choose, but this time it's not left, right, upper, or left or right. It's up, middle, or down. If you're going for 100%, choose the middle path. Continue on through. And this will not take you to the location we saw that mini cutscene a moment ago, but it'll take us somewhere else. Dolphin jump onto the platform. For Piece of Heart number 51. We have only 1 more to go. We have all the heart containers in this game. Hello. I want to do this one more time before the Let's Play ends. You're not gonna tell me what time it is. That's because we don't have a timer remaining. If you've noticed, the clock that's normally on the bottom of our screen is no longer there. There's nothing to count down to as of now. So, after you get that piece of heart, drop it into the water, and swim on through this path right here. It will take you back to the entrance. So we're going to do the same path that we did previously in order to get to where we're actually supposed to be going. Just our very last choice will be different. The up, middle, and down portion, we will want to go up instead. So to get back there, keep on choosing the path with the fish. So that would be left for the first choice, right for the second, and up for the final choice. Alright, here on the last choice, choose the upper path. And you're not quite done yet, you need to dive on in one more time. We just barely made it, and I almost went too low to where I was gonna be going back to the beginning. That was very close. Anywho, after that, go through the door. We found you. More mask, okay. Can't say I'm surprised. I guess you can have the Mask of Truth. Alright, you can have the Postman's hat. I guess that's not necessary, although I do look very cute in it. Oh, okay. Oh no, I guess I can go back to using bombs. You played hide and seek with and gave 6 of your masks to the child with the Georg mask on the moon. Can I ask you a question? The right thing. What is it? I wonder. If you do the right thing, does it really make everybody happy? You know, the answer to that is probably no. Usually not everybody's happy with what is the right thing, if there is such a thing. Well, we've talked to all the children wearing the mask of the bosses we faced, except for one. We need to talk to the child wearing Twin Mold's mask. Hello. Ah, nice weather, isn't it? Mask, you have a lot. You too. Will you be a mask salesman? Then I'll play with you. So, the mask. Give me some. Alright. You don't have to give them a mask. I can always just defeat them the regular way. Okay, you can have the Gyro mask. I don't need to fight those guys. You can have the captain's hat. I don't need to be a captain. Okay. I suppose I don't need to be invisible. And the final trial we need to face will, well, doesn't really seem clear off the bat. I guess we can slash this pottery and get some rupees. Go to the blue light if you need to. Some magic. Lots of magic. Apparently we're gonna need magic in the upcoming rooms. Well, sorta, kinda. Let's go through the door. and we have a mini-boss dungeon of sorts. So, our first one, a Dinofulse. Let's just defeat them the old-fashioned way. Block against them, don't let their fire hit you because you can't defend against that. 2 spin attacks will do the trick. That's really the easiest way to do it. And you know, I have a feeling that we're going to be departing with the bunny hood soon, so let me use it while I can. All you're good for doing is going boing, going, going, but that's okay. Gyro Master. Yep, we get to face you once again. I guess you were one of the more difficult mini-bosses, and you were one of my favorites, so I'm glad we are facing you again. As long as you don't have to face that one guy, I'm happy. Okay, the strategy's not working. There you go. Same old strategies I used to do. And he counterattacks us pretty quick, so make sure you dodge that. Alright, dive towards me. Ooh, I'll run away. And, ooh, I meant to do a jump attack, but I didn't have the camera angle quite right. And there you go. Alright, I've learned my lesson. We're getting away from you. And after defeating the Gyro Master, it looks like we need to hookshot up there in order to reach that chest. Oops, did not mean to do that. Let me put that back. A bundle of 30 arrows. Great, well I guess arrows are going to be necessary in the room coming up. Wow, they're putting out all the good mini-bosses today, aren't they? Man, I'm glad we get to face this guy again. He's always a really fun one. So, as usual, the strategy is to avoid his swipes at all costs because they deal quite a bit of damage. Get out of his range, quickly go back in, and attack him once again. After his armor falls off, he becomes more mobile, and your shield will not defend against his attack, so don't even bother like I just did out of instinct. And make sure you use your backflips or whatever you need to use in order to get out of his attack range pretty quick. I'm doing a horrible job so far. Wow, and he really does deal you a lot of damage. You can tell by the amount of hearts that I've lost. I'm gonna start focusing a little bit more now. I was hoping for like one last time I'd be able to teleport onto a chest. Or that the chest would appear below me. But that's quite okay because we got 10 bomb chews. Alright, very cool. Well, it seems like there's no way to get up here unless you notice that cracked wall right up there. You know, the last time that we used bomb chews was in that mini game in East Clocktown. Kind of weird that we haven't really had a need to use them until now. Well, after you pull it out, let it sit for just a minute before you press A to release it. And it will detonate just on time in order to break that wall and reveal an eye, and then shoot it with an arrow. I'm glad we're getting a little bit more puzzle solving in before the end here. After going through all that, the final piece of heart of the game. You got a piece of heart? We are now up to 20. Wait, is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 20 heart containers. Wow. And that's all there is for this game. It's pretty cool. Well, coming through here, this door is not open yet, so obviously we need to do something in here. If you look on up, you're going to see another hole in the ceiling. So let's get out our bomb chews once more. I doubt I can do this one on the first try like I did last time. Remember correctly, we don't want to wait quite as long. Wow. Man, I used a lot of bomb chews when I was practicing. It took me many attempts. Well, now we're going to want to equip our fire arrows naturally because that is an ice eye right up there, and let's shoot it. To go into the final room, which will contain the kid. Thank goodness we did not have to face Wizrobe again. You found me. Hey, I want more mask. Well, I can't give you any of these. And if I remember, you asked for 4 in the beginning, which means you're probably going to ask for 4 now. So if you got all the masks in the game, you will be able to satisfy all of these children's, all the child's children's cravings for masks. So, I guess these are very important to me. I guess I can give up my drinking habits. And I guess I can give up Cafe's mask. And since I must, the couple's mask. I guess it's back to normal speed. Hehe, thanks. You're nice. You played hide and seek with and gave 8 of your mask to the child with the twin bowl mask on the moon. Can I ask a question? Your true face. What kind of face is it? I wonder. The face under the mask. Is that your true face? These children are asking some very, very thought-provoking questions. That is one I'm not going to attempt to answer. Well, we have spoken with all the children wearing the mask of the bosses we previously faced. There's only one person here left besides ourselves. Us, and the child wearing Majora's mask. And I think this is as good of a stopping point as we're going to get. So next time, let's play Majora's Mask 3D. We are going to speak with the child wearing Majora's mask. I've been Camerani. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye, guys.